Hello all. So this is our application that is a social media performance analysis application, which is going to get data from a CSV, which has likes, shares, comments, posts, and what kind of social media it came from, right? The particular data. Using Langflow and AstraDB, we are going to create a RAG application that gives us inputs and insights for how our posts are doing, what kind of posts are better, and stuff. Yeah, let's get into the implementation. We have a vector database here, which shows what kind of posts and how many likes and what platform they have come from, what is the type of the post and everything in our vector database. Now, how did we get here? This vector database is created using our Langflow, where we have passed in a 200 row CSV, which kind of looks like this. We've stored it here so that we can show it to you easily, right? So as you can see, this database has all of these details, right? What's the post type, comments, the platform, the date it was created, and the post ID. Okay, using that data, we're splitting it with a chunk overlap of 200 and a chunk size of 1000. Basically, when we do this, it's easier for the generative AI models to understand and get the relevant data, right? We are using a Google generative AI embedding model, embedding 004, and storing that in the test vectors, as you had seen just now. Going ahead, what we do is we fetch that data and we parse it using the embedding models. So what we do here is first we put in an input from the chatbot. Using that chat, whatever the input we have asked, the question, let's say, which is a better post, a reel or a static image post, that line will be converted into an embedding, right? That embedding will be used to search through the database what kind of posts are better, and we parse that data. We put it into a prompt, and we have a custom prompt, right, where we ask the database to analyze the data that you've received and focus on the key metrics and compare the engagement across posts and make the response concise, right? By doing this, we send that as a large prompt to our Google generative AI, where a Gemini model is used, a Gemini 1.0 Pro model is used with a temperature of 0.1, and we get a final output from the chatbot. Now, this is too much technical. Let's see how our application actually looks like. This is our application. We call it Social Scope AI. And this is how our dashboard looks like, and the features we have are real-time analytics, AI-powered insights, and growth tracking. Let's go with our team. First up, we have Safwan. He is the master developer. He's the one who understood how to do LangChain, followed by our architect, and Fahad and myself, Tahir, who are great at developing this app. All right, let's just get into the dashboard. We're fetching the data live from AstraDB. Once we get that data, we can see what's the distribution for this. So when we don't connect any filter for the type of posts, so we are seeing across all, the posts across all the platforms. You can see the post distribution: 25% are carousel, 26% static, 26% video, and 22.5% reels. And as we can see, the engagement is more on static and video when compared to reels, because people just scroll, right? And we can see the total number of likes, the shares, and the comments across all the platforms, right? And we see the average engagement and the post performance by type, like which performance, like how the performance of each is, right? Going ahead, we see how the performance has been over the time, right? How the likes have been increasing, the average engagement to the share of likes and stuff. And we also have created a custom table where we will be able to filter directly from the platform. Like, supposing I want only the data for Twitter and Facebook, I can put that out, and we can see that only that data is available, right? If you want to remove the filter, we can remove the filter. We can sort it, right? This is descending order, this is ascending order, right? And only when it's active, then it'll be colored. So as you can see, F is the first one. Going ahead, we see F. After F, we get I, since E, F, G, H, I, right? We can do the same for, as you know, that this is the column that is being sorted, it color changes, right? Subtle UI features that we have done here. We can like the minimum amount of likes. Let's say we need a minimum amount of likes of, let's say 284,000. Now we have only 3 pages of data. That's 15 because we have 5 rows into 3 pages. So only about 15 posts have got more than that many number of likes. We can change that more than 2 lakh likes. Let's make it 3 lakhs. We can see only about 10. No, not even 10. 7 posts have got that, and most of them are Carousel and Reels. And yep. Right, and we can also see by filtering our data using different types. So as you can see in Twitter, the video content is more engaging than static, and Reels are barely negligible, and Carousel is almost none, right? And the average engagement for that, let's go and see Facebook. For Facebook, it's a more Reels and static images with more video and static images and less of Reels. What about Instagram? As you can see, the Carousel posts are very high when compared to Reels. So people like to scroll through that. That's what we understand. As you can see here, the maximum usage is 32% Carousel posts, right? And as you can see, we have all the data with a custom UI for each kind of platform, right? And we have YouTube, right? We also have light and dark mode available for our entire application. This is just data. Let's talk the bot, the Gemini bot that we have built, right? Let's go to dark mode because who likes light mode? All right, we have certain questions that why would you want to type? Because that's what you're thinking, right? What's the most common post type in the data set, right? Our bot is working in the background, basically connecting with Langflow, and you can see that the most common post type is Reels, and with the engagement comparison, and Reels average over 500,000 likes per post, significantly higher than the other types, and all of that. Supposing we say, give me the post ID for the highest number of likes, right? So our Gemini model is going to look through our database in the RAG, and we get to know the post with the highest number of this thing is post ID number 1 with the like numbers as 4,39,000 and comments as 71,000. Key insights are Reels consistently generate the highest number of likes, comments, and shares. So even though the engagement is less, they generate a lot of likes, comments, and shares. That's what we understand, right? So if you don't want to chat to the agent, our application also has the feature to talk to the agent. We can use our microphone. We'll allow it this time. Hey, which post has the most number of comments on it? Right, and let's send it. As you can see, it works perfectly fine as we want it. And the post is a Reels post on Facebook with 71,536 comments, consistently generating the highest engagement with an average rate of 53,541 comments per post. In contrast, static images on Twitter have the lowest engagement with a range of 22 comments per post. So our RAG is working perfectly fine, and we have made a template of so many posts, like questions, right? That's about it. You can contact us on our GitHubs or on X. We have all of that right here on our contact us page. Any of us, if you would like to contact. All right, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.